Hello everybody, I found this interesting mod in 1972 for the good old rFactor first version. Yeah, I know that photorealism is not the case, and I know that physics are less than perfect, but in these environments even the good old rFactor can have its say. Well, this race turned out to be pretty interesting, pretty entertaining, so why not sharing it? After all, it's just a few minutes because it's a 4 laps only race. I picked up Beltoises, yes, Beltoises BRM, which was not a super competitive car, but not so bad after all. And after dedicating a few minutes to the qualifications in order to climb at least at the third position, I threw myself into a race that turned out to be, as I mentioned before, very entertaining. Here I'm struggling with Mario Andretti and his Ferrari. I lost a few positions at the start as my usual. And I noticed that the setup I found most efficient for this track, which is Kyalami in South Africa, required quite a high wing loading, both from the front and rear wings. So in the main straight, which is about to start now at the end of the first lap, I will be quite slow even if I try to catch the slipstream, while other cars, here is a teammate of mine overtaking me, will have a easy time in this phase. So in the end I will have to make a lot of fighting during the more complex side of the track with more corners. Okay, now I'm still behind Mario Andretti, but I think it's time to begin the fight. So let's switch to attack mode. A few words about the track. I've read that Kyalami circuit has been kept this way for a long number of years in the early stage. In fact, Sir Jackie Stewart, who was from the very beginning very concerned with safety in racing, praised this circuit, and that's a reason why sure it lasted so long. While I'm tangling with a McLaren who was very slow on the exit out of the last hairpin and slowed me down a lot. Here a very dangerous crossing with the Ferrari and Sir Jackie Stewart in the blue Tyrrell right behind me. Okay, I've got 3 cars in front of me, but the 2 McLarens, who evidently decided to keep wing loading much lower than mine, had a hard time at braking, because of course when the car is very loaded you can start braking very late before the wing loading, the downforce starts to drop, and the braking is much easier as an attack point by my side. Now I've got the 3rd McLaren before me, and leading the race is François Savert. I take a little left because a few days ago I made with Assetto Corsa a video regarding the Formula 2 and Formula 3 of 1967, and in both races I found myself fighting with François Savert, so it's very interesting to find him here as well. Sadly, he died next year, 1973, compared to this environment, for an accident at Watkins Glen. But I think it's better to focus on the race, because it's nice being here in a simulator and having fun with it. And finding so many cars, I had a much more hard time finding such a complex and a complete environment in Assetto Corsa. So why not going back to the good old rFactor when and where it is worth? Okay, François Savert left me behind on the main straight while I was looking behind multiple times to check if the McLaren I just overtook was far or close. So I've got the last chances in the last lap here to overtake. I've got one more tight corner, so I got to try everything. We crossed the wheels and had a little bumping, and I'm so sad that he left so much distance in the fight, because I don't think I made something so incorrect, but he bounced on the side of my car, lost the racing line, because if he was closer, sure it would have been a photo finish arrival, but in this case I took the lead. Thank you for watching, I hope it's interesting for your future races. Bye bye. Ah, here I forgot, I put the recording of my coming back to the pit boxes. Goodbye again. Thanks, BRM.